All right, well, it's been a pretty rainy one today. Morning meteorologist Adam Bell filling in for Mike this evening, and he's out front with our first look ahead. Adam?
The rain falling in my umbrella. We have lots of showers out here across much of the region. Live outside of our studio in Bozeman, we'll get plenty of rain to continue over the next little bit. Looking at the satellite and radar composite, you can see the scattered showers moving on through, and as I put it into motion for you, you can see the showers just don't really stop ever, and that's going to be the trend as we go into the overnight hours. 30s already in Butte, so very cool conditions, so we may even see some snow mixing in with the rain as well. But the next 24 hours, brace yourself for more showers, and as we step back out live out here, you can see plenty of showers already starting to fall, and we've already seen about a ½ inch of rain in the Bozeman area. Behind me, puddles like this in our studio parking lot are not going to be an uncommon sight over the next several days. Dan?
Your accurate forecast from Adam Bell starts now with Storm Tracker weather on Montana's news station.
Well, we've been looking at a wet day across southwest Montana. Here's a look at some of the numbers that we've seen so far across the region. This is since midnight, so we've seen anywhere from a quarter to maybe a ½ inch, and even some higher spots up toward Anaconda, touching just under 9/10 of an inch. And we're just beginning. We're still going to see lots of rain tonight into tomorrow, and then late on Sunday, things begin to finally wind down. But we are looking at plenty of wet weather over the next little bit. This looks identical to yesterday's satellite radar composite. Even though it's 24 hours later, we're still looking at plenty of showers. But one little difference is off into the upper elevations, a little bit of rain-snow mix going on because of the cooler weather starting to filter on in. Let's go live outside with our iCams and see what's going on across both in Bozeman and in Butte. Bozeman, you can see plenty of rain showers out there, and I think if we jump over the divide into the mining city, we're looking at a very similar weather pattern as well, just plain wet weather. In fact, there's some raindrops on the camera and wet roadways out there as well. So as you head out the door for the long weekend, just remember that you're going to want to have that umbrella because it's going to be fairly wet, especially for the first half of the weekend. Going by the numbers, we're looking at light rain both in Bozeman and in Butte, just over a ½ inch of precipitation, 48 degrees, a chilly, rainy day over down at Gallatin Field. Over downtown Bozeman, also looking at 44 degrees with some light rain, 4/10 of an inch of precipitation falling since midnight. And in the mining city, light rain, 39 degrees is the temperature, but factor in that west wind at 10 miles an hour, it feels like 34 degrees. So very chilly conditions out there, and weather spotters reporting similar conditions. Everyone's seeing some showers anywhere from a couple tenths to up to a ½ inch or more, and temperatures cooling down into the upper 30s to low 40s. So a chilly day and not much of a temperature change. Our lows and highs, we had maybe about an 8 or 9, 10 degree difference between the two numbers this morning, since this morning. So really a cool day overall with all those clouds and showers sticking around. And once again, it's all thanks to this low pressure system that's very, very slowly moving through our area. It's still taking a very slow track. It's going to take another 24 to 36 hours to start moving out of our area. But between now and then, we're going to watch all sorts of showers move on through. Further to the east, we're still watching high pressure dominate much of the Midwest. So if you're heading further toward the south, toward places like Denver, they saw 80s and 90s today, and they're going to continue seeing 80s the next several days as well. Another low pressure system off the coast, still going to take some time to get here, 3 or 4 days at least, so that we do have a break in between. You can see those clear skies sitting over the Pacific under high pressure. A few scattered showers over California, a lot less than what we saw yesterday at this time, but still numerous showers, and they increase in intensity, and they mix with snow as you move further up towards southwest Montana. So brace yourself for wet weather to continue, and yes, there may even be some snowflakes mixing on in over the next little bit. So the showers continue, the rain, and maybe even a rumble of thunder possible, and it just looks like it's going to continue all the way through at least tomorrow afternoon before it finally starts to move on out. Then the next system looks like it's going to move on shore late on Tuesday into Wednesday. So we have a little bit of a break, but it's going to take some time before we get there. As we look at what you can expect for the area tomorrow, you can see everyone looking at 40s and 50s for the most part across the region. So we're looking at some scattered showers off and on over the next 24 hours. 29 degrees in Wisdom, so maybe a rain-snow mix possible, even in the mining city as well at 33 degrees. But don't expect any snow accumulations even in those mountains. It's just too wet. So that's at least some good news. But if you're traveling, bear in mind, if you have any outdoor plans, it's going to be downright cold the next couple of nights. 49 for your high in Butte tomorrow. Townsend hitting the mid-50s, but everyone dodging those rain showers throughout most of the day. Similar conditions sliding over to the Gallatin Valley. Look at that rain tonight, maybe mixing with snow, especially out toward West Yellowstone as we get down. 30s and 40s tomorrow, a little bit better, 40s and 50s for the most part, and then streaming on in to the next 7 days we do have some better weather to look forward to. Memorial Day forecast, not too bad. Partly cloudy, 57 degrees, maybe a passing shower or two, but nothing too significant to worry about overall. And then jumping over to the Bozeman area, kind of nice to see this. We're going to see the 60s for a couple of days, then the 70s, and maybe the upper 70s. One little slight problem, though, on Friday of next week, maybe a rumble of thunder, but really better weather on its way. So if you can wait till your outdoor plans on the second half of the Memorial Day weekend, much better weather.
All right, thanks, Adam. Shane Yaman. All right, Adam Bell sitting in for Mike Hurd tonight. He's just outside there in the dark, chomping at the bit to talk about our beautifully wet weather we've been having. Adam?
That's right, Dan. I am outside of our Bozeman studios here. We are looking at some wet weather, and we're going to continue. Temperatures have also begun to drop as well. Now, I've heard a lot of complaints recently about how it's been so wet, we don't need the moisture, blah, 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 blah. Well, we actually do need the moisture. Look at the buds starting to bud up on this tree out here. We're starting to finally begin to see signs of spring in southwest Montana, and we're actually catching up to normal in terms of the precipitation bucket as well. So some good news as a result of the showers. Unfortunately, though, if you do have plans to go out for your Memorial Day weekend, you're going to have to dodge the showers, at least for the first half of the weekend, but better weather in the second half. I'll have details about that coming up straight ahead. Dan?
All right, thanks, Adam.